Here's a few tips that will help you as a buyer appreciate the seller's perspective when they receive an offer on their property. It's important to know most buyers do not apply for the finance they will need until they find the property they want. So unless they have substantial funds available to them, they submit an offer with a subject to finance clause. This makes their offer less attractive to the seller as it has a large amount of risk attached to it. So the buyer often has to offset that unattractive risk by offering more money. One of the major risks I'm talking about is the risk of delay that unapproved finance offers can bring. For example, if the finance is not approved, it will typically take 2 to 8 weeks for the buyer and consequently the seller to be advised that the sale is not going to happen. That's 2 to 8 weeks that the seller has missed buyers who might have bought the property, and 2 to 8 weeks added onto the public's perception of how long the property has sat on the market at the same price without selling. Guess what buyers are starting to think? As a result, it's now much harder for the seller to get the same result they could have got 2 to 8 weeks earlier from other buyers. While it is a reality that good, proactive agents can overcome or negate the seller's risk of missing buyers, longer time spent on the market, or price reductions that can result from defaulted finance clause offers, it is also a reality that some agents do not prepare for such outcomes. The original buyer also suffers if the deal fails to go through. They risk losing their deposit and missing out on their dream property, and the stressful realisation that all that time, effort and emotion they have invested in their property search was wasted on a property outside of their price range. As always, the best way to avoid danger is not to put yourself in a dangerous position in the first place. This applies to all parties. So buyers, if you are serious about buying and getting the property for the best price you can, find out how much you can borrow, then take the next step and get it pre-approved before you start looking. Remember, this will make your offer more attractive than a conditional offer of the same value and may even win against a higher offer that has conditions attached. The less conditions, the more attractive the offer. Sellers, faced with a conditional offer, will ask themselves and their real estate agent, what happens if this goes wrong? Ultimately, they will look for some insurance, and that usually means a bigger deposit from you and a much higher offer. To avoid these problems, save time, save stress and save money, I suggest you call your financial advisor or place a quick call to one of our local financial services team members on 1300 74 7274 for some free, no obligation advice. They can give you information on stamp duty, charges and options associated with your loan and confirm your borrowing capacity before you start looking. That number again is 1300 74 7274.